This is my tin of Derwent drawing pencils. This is the full range of 24 colours. It's actually my second tin because a few years ago I was doing a lot of coloured pencil drawing and I really loved the colours of these pencils, and I just used up the first tin over a short while, and I bought a second tin, and they haven't been used quite as much as my first tin, but that's because I've been doing lots of pen and ink work. But I am going to try and do a lot more of coloured pencil pictures because I'm now living in an area where I have lots of inspiration for nature. Now these come in tins of 24, 12 or 6, blister pack of 6, or you can buy all of the colours individually. Now they are all natural and sepia tones, so they're absolutely ideal for nature and wildlife. They're described as highly light fast, with a 5mm core, creamy texture and soft velvety finish. And I really like the fact you can blend these and you can get a really nice soft misty effect, and you can create lots of different shades just with the 24 pencils. So I'm just going to show you a little close-up of the pencil, the 5mm core, and you can see you can sharpen them nicely, but you're never going to get a very sharp point with them because they are quite soft. So you may want to use a different Derwent pencil for fine detail, which is what I do sometimes. But with these pictures at the top here, I have just purely used these drawing pencils. Now they are quite soft and crumbly, and they do produce some bits of dust, and you can see in a few places I've smeared them. I've been quite messy with these because this was just my colour charts. So it is best to rest your hand on a piece of thin paper or tracing paper or glassine paper, and just to keep your picture very clean and tidy. If you do make a little mess, the best thing is to I've got a very sticky putty rubber here, a kneaded eraser, and just gently dab at any little bits with the eraser, or you can use a piece of the Scotch magic tape. This has got bits of the kneaded eraser on it at the moment, it's not supposed to have, but you can just very gently dab and pick up any little bits of dust. You can see there's some few bits here, and I can just lift them off. But obviously use a clean piece of magic tape. I wouldn't use ordinary sellotape, it's too sticky and it might leave adhesive, but the magic tape is very useful, and it's useful for taking out highlights as well on your coloured pencil. So we can see we have some beautiful colours here. I won't read out all the different colours, but you've got some beautiful reds and browns, a very deep chocolate at the bottom there. These are the colours I really love, the greens, and the warm earth, which is a greeny brown. These blues I think are absolutely beautiful, and the yellows here and the ochres, really nice. I did try using the white pencil over the black. You can get quite a cool grey there, but I think for your nature pictures, these actual greys that you have in the tin are probably the most useful for you. So I don't really think that I would be blending a grey, but I do like to blend the other colours. The Chinese white I'm going to show you on the black card because it's a lovely intense white, and I really do like using that. I've used that in Inktober when I've needed a white just for a tiny area for a highlight. And on this piece of paper I'm just going to show you, I've got some colours here, see a bit of dust there, pale cedar and wheat, and you can blend them. You see you get a different colour in the middle, and the same with the smoke blue and the Solway blue. So you get very soft finish. It's why it's described as velvety, but they are very nice pencils to use. Now I've used smooth paper. This is a mixed media paper, so it does have a slight texture, as you can see here, but these could be blended in so that you would remove the little white gaps there. All of these are smooth paper apart from the Stonehenge, which is a cotton paper. You can see I've got some texture on there. And really, this is just an image of a little squirrel that lives in the tree in my garden and likes to poke his head around the tree to see if there's any food in the bird feeder for him. So you can get different effects on the smooth and the rough paper. And I used 3 greens and the yellows and the Mars violet for little like hills, just lovely for the trees. And I've just used my favourite colours on these two cards just to show you how intense the colours are, whether they're on black or they're on white. There's very little difference in the colours. You can see maybe slightly with the greens, and maybe just a bit here, but mainly the colours are very similar, and you'll get lovely effects whether you work on white or black paper. But do have a good quality paper, because you really do need a nice paper for blending and for layers. So that's Derwent drawing pencils. I think if you like doing nature pictures and wildlife, that you'd be very happy to add these to your collection.